So it's just being confirmed. Joe Biden's son, Joe Biden, the president of the United States, a fucking president, has basically suppressed information, helped his son become a millionaire. His son, who is a drug addict, his son, who was in the military, and apparently he made over $600 million. Over $600 million. And there was something on the laptop that he had, and basically everyone's calling it out on Twitter. And Twitter, the big tech agencies, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of these big tech companies, they censored the Hunter Biden story, and they didn't allow it to come out before the election with Joe Biden. So Joe Biden, and a lot of people say that Joe Biden stole that election, which is interesting. Like, a lot of people say that the Democrats stole the election. To be honest, it's just pure political bullshit, man. Like, both sides are full of shit, man, to be honest, in my opinion. I think the Republicans are full of shit. I think the Democrats are full of shit. It's always like Democrat versus Republican. It's always, oh, this guy's a Republican, I don't like him, I'm a Democrat. And then the Republicans like, oh, this guy's a Democrat and I don't like him. And then everyone's like, and then everyone's complaining about Trump, and they like, and then they hate Trump, and then it's always black and white. It's always, these Americans are always like, I hate this guy, but I love him. It's always black and white. There's no in between. But the political system is basically ran like that. There's basically two systems that are the ones that you can vote for realistically. You can vote for independent, but that's not really going to get you anywhere. But looking at the story, there's truth to it for sure. Like, I don't know. I don't know if there's truth to it. I'm just speculating. I only know as much as you guys know. I only know what you guys are telling me. And apparently, Buzz Patterson says on Twitter, the New York Post and hundreds of Twitter users were banned because they reported/commented on the Hunter Biden laptop pre-election 2020. Now that it's being confirmed and the New York Times has corroborated the intentional suppressing, what are you going to do about it? Well, and then a bunch of people that have the Ukrainian flag in their bio are like, yawn, nobody was banned over Hunter Biden. As you know, they laugh and couldn't care less. This is not a news site. It is an extremist leftist dump. Yeah, I mean, Twitter's just gonna suppress the information and basically keep, well, whatever information they want out is gonna come out, and whatever information they don't want out is not gonna come out, which, it is what it is. That's the game. They control the media, and that's just the way it is. Some people are, I'm reading another Twitter comment here. The Hunter Biden laptop stories were true. Biden drops Title 42 to allow millions across the border, sends billions to Europe to secure their borders, and Stacey Abrams gets to be president of the United States. Ivermectin has no side effects. What are you talking about? The Hunter Biden laptop story is confirmed. Imagine what Ukraine had on the regime. Now we see what's at stake. The political and survival power of the most corrupt Americans in history. What? This story is just blowing up right now. And I'm like, okay, I mean, who knows what really happened? I mean, everyone's just jumping on the bandwagon because it's the popular thing to talk about, and everyone just wants to get noticed on Twitter, so they're just gonna put out tweets that everyone agrees with, because that's how you do it. You go viral by having the popular opinion and believing what everyone else believes and all this bullshit. It's just funny the way the world works. It's always about trying to go viral and spreading the information everyone else is spreading, and then everyone's gonna like you because you're spreading the same information that everyone else is spreading, blah blah blah. Like, it's just some bullshit. Politics is really just bullshit, man. I don't like it. I mean, I think both parties are full of shit, to be honest. I think the Republicans are full of shit, and I think the Democrats are full of shit. Both parties have advantages and disadvantages to them. The Democrats are apparently too soft on crime, and the other side of the coin is the Republicans are racist and over the top. Like, that's just a simplistic way of looking at it, but let's read another comment. It's another political comment. Hunter's laptop is 100% legit. Fuck you, Democrats, and fuck Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. You lying pieces of shit are all going to pay for this. So it's just a political comment. Like, you see, I mean, you can more than likely guess that this person is a Republican. Oh, yeah, I'm reading her bio right now. It says MAGA. Exactly. It's all just political and bullshit, man. Like, that's just all it is. I really don't care about politics too much. Like, I don't really give a fuck about politics. I'm just making this video for you guys out there that are interested in this topic, but I'm not really that interested in it. The Hunter Biden laptop story, which was true, was the big... Yeah, I mean, it was censored by the big tech. That's true. I mean, for sure. But that's part of life. Like, you have to have your own platform if you want to put out stuff by yourself. Like, you can't put stuff on other person's platform that they don't like because it's their platform, so they're gonna censor you. And I don't really have anything against the censorship, to be honest, because it's their platform. They own it, so they have a right to censor whoever they want to censor, and whoever they like, they can just allow them to say whatever they want. That's how it works. Until you build your own platform, that's how it works. You have to abide by their rules because you're on their platform. That's just how it is. It's like when you own a YouTube channel, you block certain comments, you delete certain comments, you block people from your certain videos, you block people from other channels. Like, that's your platform. You own that channel, so you can do that. So I mean, people crying and bitching about censorship. The internet is supposed to be censored. That's what makes it good, because you're able to control the flow of information. That's just how it is. You're never gonna get the full objective truth. It's just never gonna happen. You're never gonna know the ins and outs of everything. Maybe you'll know maybe close to the full truth, but you're never gonna know the full truth, because you're always relying on someone else to give you the information. You're never gonna know exactly what happened, ever. And that's just something you have to kind of be okay with. Yeah, you just have to be okay with it. It's something that you kind of have to just look at and say, hey, well, I'm never going to know the truth about this, so I'm going to try to get as close as possible to the truth by looking at different perspectives of how people view it, and looking at the information from multiple different sources to try and verify if they're all saying the same thing. Which, that's how you can get as close as possible to the truth, but you can never find out what actually happened, ever. And that's just how it's always going to be. These tweets are pretty crazy though, like the fact that all these people are just... I mean, apparently Ivanka and... Okay, now this is another political comment. Ivanka and Kush cleared $640 million while working as unqualified White House advisors, and Eric stole from a kids' cancer charity, while Don Jr. committed outright perjury before the Senate, and Hunter Biden is the problem. Another political comment. She's for the Democrats. Clearly, she's a Democrat. So really, it's just Democrat versus Republican. It's just political. It's purely political. Politics is just... I mean, it's like no one is clean. Everyone's hands are dirty in this shit. Literally all of these politicians are dirty. Trump's dirty. Biden's dirty. Everyone's dirty. All of these guys are dirty. All of them are. No, they all are. They're all dirty as fuck. Now that the Hunter Biden laptop isn't Russian misinformation, but actually American misinformation. I mean, that does tend to be the case, but that's normal. Like, misinformation is part of the game. The Western media lie to us like every day, literally every day. And these politicians lie to us every day, so I'm not surprised this Russian misinformation, or even if it isn't. You can never know what's true and what's not true. Like, you're always gonna just... I mean, it's whatever. You're never gonna know the full truth of actually what happened. And that's something you kind of have to be okay with. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, and my peace.